Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. This vlog is probably going to be a little sporadic, just because we're still getting used to the fact that we have two children, an infant, who, for those of you who are parents, know exactly what that's like, especially for the first month or so. Just because they're new to the world, they're trying to get acclimated to the environment, and the feedings are very close together. It can be cluster feeding, so just getting used to the whole process and, not getting as much sleep. But Ryan has been super helpful. So he is actually, Tobias is actually 3 weeks tomorrow midnight. So this is going to be, it's a good transition because he's actually already transitioned to eating 3 to 4 ounces, and so he actually gives us at least a 3 to 4 hour in between break. Sometimes it's 2 hours, but it definitely has kind of lightened the load a little bit. But I do apologize for not vlogging earlier. Ryan has picked up the camera a couple of times, and then I know I vlogged earlier, probably about a week and a half ago. But trying to get kind of used to the flow, how it's going to work, especially with Ryan, traveling more this coming summer, kind of closer into the summer. So I'm trying to kind of get used to the idea of running stuff by myself, and get that acclimated so that I don't feel like I'm overwhelmed whenever he's not here. So, but he has been such a tremendous help. So it definitely helps whenever you have two people help in the whole process. But Mila's in here eating cream of wheat. I usually make cream of wheat and then just add a little bit of jam to it. I'm having my mother's milk tea, and another jam bread. I was kind of craving something sweet. But our baby boy's sleeping. We gotta go pump again. And I don't know if you guys want to hold details about the whole Mila versus Tobias thing, as far as, the whole birth story and then this whole process. He's definitely a lot more calmer, and it could be because we're more confident as parents, because I feel like, I told Ryan, I said, I think it's harder to have your first one because my midwives say they are the way makers, and it really is the truth, because your body has never done anything like that before. So they have to kind of go with the whole process, and then you bring them home and you're not really sure what's going on, trying to assume certain things, and you get frustrated. And then with your second one, it's a little bit easier because you kind of know the science a little bit better. So it's a lot easier, I feel like, with your second one in a sense. But then on top of that, you add a toddler. So, and Mila is just now learning words. She's doing really well. She's not rough with him at all. She's very loving. She kisses him. She reaches out her hands, wants to hold him. So she's been very sweet, but you can tell from time to time she does want a little bit of attention, so she'll do certain things. But parenting never stops. It's really a 24-hour period type of deal. Taking care of your children, making sure that they're well fed, but also well mannered, and it takes a lot of discipline and a lot of work and a lot of agreement on your on the side of you and your husband agreeing on how you're going to raise your child. So we are not perfect. We have made certain mistakes and been frustrated and screamed out of frustration, or maybe punished her out of frustration, not abused, but just punished her. And then of course after math we settle in and kind of breathe through it, and are we bad parents? But are you all done, honey? All done? Did you finish? You ready to wash your hands? I have to give her a little ponytail at the top because of her bangs. So say hi. Are you watching Clifford? So is that Clifford? Is that Woof Woof?
How was that?
That's a Woof Woof. Let's wash your hands so we can get you your gummy. Okay? So excuse my sleepy eyes. I just woke up from a nap from outside, but I'm about to get ready to pump. We have a bottle of head to work with. By the way, if you have not seen my pump review, if you're interested, if you're a mom or expecting mom or looking to buy another pump, I really enjoy this one. Not sponsored, bought myself. Really like it, so go check it out. And maybe you like it too. But anyway, today I went outside and while Beva's watching her little show, work party. She just woke up from her nap, so she just ate. This is the place that I slept right here. So this bed that I showed you guys before actually opens up. It's actually like a couch. So I just laid Tobias here and I fell asleep myself. So, but today I went out and weeded this whole thing. It was like a good, load that I just unloaded, but I also pulled some weeds off of there, and it's just, I told Ryan every time I work over there at the top, it just irritates me because it's pine straw. You could see the dirt underneath it. It collapsed. It's a little bit frustrating, so I'm looking up on Pinterest ideas on how to, create something cool with a retaining wall, because I don't know if I can wait that long for these little green bushes. Those are supposed to grow into like this whole big green rug, but I know that my parents had those and it takes a good couple of years for it to really fully grow in. So I don't know if I can wait that long because it's just a hot mess, and in between I'm gonna have to go and weed the pull the weeds, and then every time I pull the weeds I'm pulling up the pine straw with it, and it's a mess. And my dad actually told me that pine straw is more expensive than mulch, which I don't know why they used it. I mean, I guess I know why they used the pine straw, to cover up the mess, because it really looks like a mess. I mean, right here it doesn't look as bad. I'm probably gonna ask my dad to bring another load of mulch, but actually bring me black mulch, which is more expensive, kind of like right there. And I gotta build a little retaining wall for that little walkway too, so that it doesn't get on the grass and the grass doesn't get in there. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to figure something out. But I've seen really cool ideas on Pinterest, even for the kids, like to put up a slide, a little climbing wall from here to here, and then a slide from there, and they can just do a walkthrough. But it's kind of high up, so I don't know if I'd want kids to play in this, so I don't know, we'll see. But my cucumbers are blooming. It's been kind of a crazy ride with this gardening thing. I don't claim to be a professional. My mom comes to my house and tells me, you're not doing this right. So apparently I put too many seeds in one place, and so my mom's like, they're not gonna grow, they're just gonna like grow out leaves, because they're gonna basically eat each other out. So she pulled them out, and they started blooming. So these flowers are actually gonna be cucumbers. BTW. My tomatoes ain't doing so good, or they're still tiny little plants, so I don't know what they're gonna do. My radishes are growing though, and my cantaloupe is still blooming, and then of course all of my herbs are still here. Some of them are a little bit weaker than others. I have a little bit of parsley, thyme, and then cilantro, some chives, and then my basil is really growing, which I love basil. I always eat basil. So yeah, that's kind of what we're doing today. And then we're gonna go to Cole's with the kids. We gotta still find a few outfits for Ryan, so we'll see what we can find, and maybe just get out of the house so we're not feeling cooped up. Go sit, honey. Go sit. Hi everyone. Make sure that you always look over here. Don't look on the screen, because it looks weird when I look down over there and you look up. Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. It's been a good month since we really vlogged legitimately. I have some snippets and bits, but I think I'm not going to post them because they're just so everywhere and random. So today was kind of more of a fun day, so we decided to take you guys along. My sister, thank the Lord for family, because I don't think we'd be able to do that in Atlanta, picked up Mila, and they're having kids camp at their church, and a lot of my family's going to be there, so Mila's going to have fun with like water slides, little jump houses. So we are out and about with just our little baby. He is, of course, sleeping. He is really content and, just eating, pooping, sleeping. That's mainly what he does. And just complains mainly whenever he has some belly ache or something like that, or gas. But he's been very chilled. So the biggest challenge is actually having Mila with us. So we're very grateful that we get to be out and about for a couple hours. Have to go to the store and get a few things for Ryan because he's actually preparing to launch his book soon. So we're very excited about that. He's pretty much finished it. We just he has a few people going through it to edit it and kind of give us feedback, and then he has somebody working on the cover. So that's going to be really exciting to see. He has several books, but it's just good to see it come into fruition and us actually doing everything to actually make it happen. You want to say anything, honey?
I'm excited about it. That's it.
So with this infant thing, it's been pretty good. I can't really complain. It has been very hard this past month with the sleeping. You really have a hard time thinking or concentrating because you don't really get much sleep. Plus Mila is also teething, so we actually went ahead and bought her a teething necklace, or not a teething necklace, it's an amber necklace. So we'll see if that works, because everybody has been saying that it really, really helps.